Take the next step in treating your moderate to severe ulcerative colitis with Entyvio, the only.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another NCAA Football 2004 Sim Season 2 game day for week number 4. This is the final doubleheader of the week. First up, of course, the 7th ranked Tennessee Volunteers taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. Of course, you already know about Tennessee. They played twice already in the top 10 showcase. Matt Kirby is the starting quarterback for this team, not James Banks. I wish they would switch him at wide receiver. Running backs, Jabari Davis, Gerald Riggs, as the two-headed monster, Corey Larkins, Bert Dupree, the fullback, Jonathan Wade, Brett Smith, outside wideouts along with C.J. Payton, Derek Tinsley, Jomo Fagan, Victor McClure, and Aaron Kirkland are the tight ends. Offensive line headed by Michael Munoz. DNs, Carlton Neal and J.T. Mapu, or rather Paris Harrelson. D-tackles, Red Jones and Raheem Caraway. I might put Mapu at right end because he's the higher overall. Outside linebackers, Kevin Simon, Omar Gaither, Marvin Mitchell, and John Poe are the middle linebackers. Bolware and Allen at corners and inside. Tavares Lindsay is the nickel. Antoine Stewart at the dime. O.J. Owens at free safety. Joey Weiss at strong safety, Kicker, James Will Hoyt. Dustin Colquitt at punter. And of course, we got Wake Forest Demon Deacons playing this time. They are coming off a big win against NC State. Not really that big, but still a good win in the ACC play. As for the Demon Deacons, yes, unfortunately, Corey Randolph is injured. Really could be a big problem. Zach Taylor will be starting for the rest of the season. Chris Barkley at running back alongside Cornelius Bergs. You also got Dominic Anderson if you need him. Fullback is Fred Staten. Wide receivers, you got Jason Anderson and Chris Davis. Willie Idlett and Nate Morton along with him. R.D. Montgomery is at tight end alongside Dan Callahan. Tight offensive line looking pretty okay, headed by Wesley Bryant. DNs, John Finkley and Jerome Nichols. D tackles, Corey Stukes, Corial Scales, Ryan Andrews, and Javon Doss at outside linebackers. Can also put Pierre Easley out there alongside Brad White, who is the starting middle linebacker. He might be the best overall player on this team. It looks like he is. And corners, Eric King and Marcus Magruder on the outside. Nickelback Robert Simmons, Junior Orr as the dime. Tom Spivey is the free safety with Karen Bracey as the strong safety. Matt Wisnowski as the kicker and Ryan Plackmeyer as the punter. So those are your rosters for this game. Just heads up, later on tonight is the game of the week. West Virginia takes on Florida. I'll have to take care of the, what do you call it? The rest of the games rather, with some possible upsets coming up. All white, orange short, orange pants. I guess I'll go all white on this one. Anyways, Tennessee, Wake Forest. Just about ready to get started. Let's begin. As for what's going on, 373 yards for Matt Kirby on the quarterback. Brad White, 22 tackles. He is the star player for Wake Forest. Jonathan Wade, 3 touchdowns. Just sucks that Corey Randolph will be injured. So that's really going to suck. So here we go. Winston-Salem, North Carolina, the site for this game, in Grove Stadium. Wake Forest did beat NC State in 2003. I think NC State got the revenge in 2004 for the early loss. As the Demon Deacons come onto the field, 2004 Wake Forest. Tennessee actually got pretty close to contending for the title, except they lost to Notre Dame. Wake Forest went 4-7, and their head coach was Jim Grobe. So here they come on the field. And of course, you got Tennessee Volunteers, headed by Philip Former. Howdy, folks. As always, I'm Coach Deborah Price, solo commentating for every single game. Here we go, man. Last night was a very big game, ACC play. Unfortunately for everybody, including myself, that love chaos happening. Yeah, Georgia Tech couldn't quite pull off the win against FSU. Wake Forest is playing home to Tennessee with a backup quarterback, so I'm not saying it's very likely. By the way, Wake Forest only losses were against Boston College, North Carolina A&T, East Carolina, and Duke. Their only win in conference play. And yeah, overtime game against NC State. NC State won. And as for Tennessee, it's ACC versus SEC. Just in case y'all were wondering. Oh, yep, I forgot to do this last time. I'm not going to do so again. Oh no. 5, 10, 1. Even means kick. I think I said odd means receive, even means kick. That was the first even I think I did. Anyways, ooh, first things first. Yeah, I gotta put the best players out there. Almost forgot about that. I want Kirby starting. I want to see what he can do. Let's see. Any changes here? Okay. Okay, so Stephen Jones can be at center. Guess we can... Never mind. He's starting at right tackle. Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Yep, I was going to say Mapu will be at right end. Just to make it a little bit fair. Make sure the highest rated players are out there. Dustin Colquitt can be at punter? No. I like Will Hoyt there. So now I gotta do Wake Forest. So here we go. Let's see, Wake Forest. Yep. Yeah. So, okay, offensive line. Offensive line looks good. For Wake, I would say easily, yeah, for Doss. There you go. Sucks that corners are very thin. Same with free safety. And that's all the changes that need to be made. So So here we go. Wake is kicking off. Oh no, Tennessee's kicking off. That's right. I couldn't see before. So here we go. Dustin Colquitt to kick off, and here we go. First game of this final doubleheader of the week is underway. As Chris Barkley will kneel this ball in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the offense headed by, of course, Matt Kirby. Coming into this game. Tennessee, Matt Kirby. 21-44, 373. Oh, never mind. It's Wake Forest. My bad. No passing stats for Zach Taylor. This is his first start of the season. All right, here we go. The Richard sophomore, 6'3", 189. He's going to be probably running the football a lot. There's an example right there as Chris Barkley gets a pretty decent gain of 5. Almost forgot about that. Yep. I heard it. I heard the announcers going on. I knew something was up. So, Wake Forest offense consisting of Chris Barkley and Jason Anderson as the impact players for Tennessee's defense. We got Robert Boulware and Carlton Neal. JT Mapu is starting at right end as the two best defensive ends are out there. So here's second down. Here goes Taylor. Looking right side. He's going deep. Ooh, one-on-one coverage. That one's knocked away. That time going for Chris Davis. He's a speedster. Now it'll be third down already for the Demon Deacons. Demon Deacons, Wake Forest, they haven't been horrible in sim as far as I can remember. I think I've commentated on a couple of their games on other games as well. They haven't been horrible. They are 6th in the nation right now on third down conversions, but this is a 3rd and 5. Ooh, a little pitch off to Barkley. Can he get there? No. Shut down by the defense. That was Fred Staten who took the option. Tennessee forces a 3 and outs, but it was only by a couple of yards. Alright. Punter is Ryan Plackmeyer. He will punt this away. And back to return will be Jabari Davis. So let's start for Tennessee's defense. Holding Wake Forest to a 3 and outs. Obviously, if you're a Florida fan or what other team is this rivalry has rivaled with Tennessee? Yes. Davis goes to the 39. There's Vanderbilt, Florida. I think maybe Georgia, Alabama now recently. That might be kind of it. I guess Kentucky. If you're one of those fans, like a fan of those teams, you're rooting for Wake Forest. So here comes Matt Kirby. Now we can fuck with him. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 picks on 21-44. Here goes the first down. Here's Davis, and he is shut down immediately. Great play by Brad White, the 5th-year senior middle linebacker. For impact players on Wake Forest defense, it's White, and along with, I can't even remember. I can't remember who the highest one was. Maybe it was Easley. I don't know. Anyways, for the Tennessee defense, of course. Oh, no. Tennessee offense is Jabari Davis and Jonathan Wade. 2nd and 10 after the no-gainer. A rainy kind of Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Here goes Jabari Davis trying to get a run on the toss. Not going to go much of anywhere that time, and it will bring up 3rd down. Tackle was made by Karen Bracey, the 5th-year senior strong safety. And now sets up a 3rd down. Not a great start for the Volunteers, especially running the football, which is pretty much their strong suit. As they got a really good committee of running backs. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about 2004 Tennessee. Almost forgot about that. 3rd and 9 coming up. Let's see. Conference standings. SEC. Here goes Kirby on his first pass of the game. Oh, in trouble. Throws it a run to the left side. It's knocked away. That will bring up 4th down. Tennessee made the SEC championship in 2004, where they lost to Auburn. And they lost 3 games. Once to those same Auburn Tigers, actually twice to Auburn. But also a cataclysmic game against Notre Dame at home. They were top 10 and they couldn't even beat Notre Dame, who was having a struggle year. Well, it was before they caught their stride with Brady Quinn. That punt by Dustin Colquitt goes all the way to the end zone. Wake Forest takes over at the 20. Dustin Colquitt is kicking and punting for this game, or at least for the rest of the game, since he's higher overall. Actually, no, I had Will Hoyt kick a field goal. That's right. That's right. I had Will Hoyt kick a field goals. So here we go. First and 10 for Wake Forest. Option play. Little fake pitch and then a regular pitch. Oh, and just a short gain. I thought the receiver was going to get a good block on the tackler. Fortunately, he could not do so. So we'll be second down for after the Chris Barkley run. Might have gotten 2 yards. Who was there that could have made up a block? Don't know. 2-yard gain. Who was it? Oh, nope, it was Chris Davis. Chris Davis missed the block, and just like that, 2nd and 8. You gotta be worried about throwing the football here. That is a completion to Davis, though. So now 3rd down. Oh, no, that's the tight end. That's R.D. Montgomery. 6'6", 5th-year senior tight end. I swear, sometimes the pop-out uniforms, the fonts kind of makes it look like they're the same number, but it's different. So now 3rd and 4 for Wake Forest. They're lined up in the shotgun, so they might be throwing the football here. And they are. Taylor about to throw. He's going to look left side. Oh, it's dropped! Was that Montgomery? Sure was. It was the senior tight end. Wake Forest had a 1st down, but instead they're going to have to punt again. I think the rain's starting to be a little bit more of a factor here. It was off the hands of R.D. Montgomery, and now they have to punt this away. Oh, no. That can't be good. As Plotmeyer punts this away, Jabari Davis, that's return, about the 22. And big hit by Eidlet. And just like that, Tennessee will take over on 1st down now after the punts. Looks like at the 34-yard line, it seems like. 3.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Still no score yet. First and 10 here. Fullback lined up at the weak side. And he gets the football. This is Dupree on the carry. He's going to get a decent gain to the 39. If you missed... Are you serious? Anyway, 2nd and 4 after a 6-yard run for Mr. Dupree. Fullback once again on the weak spot, on the weak side of the line. Hand off again. This time it's Davis getting the carry, and he kicks up the first down of the game. Almost midfield. Looks like at the 45, maybe at the 46. Referee places it at the 45, but either way, it moves the chains for Tennessee. So Tennessee is 1-1 up to this point of the season. Lost to Texas, that's right, 12-0. And then beat NC State 24-10. First down, shotgun option play for Kirby. Uh-oh, fumble! Ooh, Jabari Davis got on top of it. That was close. Almost a turnover right out of the gates. I think it was Davis that he was trying to pitch it to, but it was an awkward pitch. That was a loss of 11 yards. Wake Forest had a guy out there to try to recover it, but thank the stars for Tennessee fans that they were able to recover that one. I think that's Brett Smith going in motion. Kirby looking, he has time, looking left side, and it's complete to Wade. It's in Wake Forest territory. That mark's going to be close. It's right at the marker. I don't know if he got it. Maybe he did. It's either, nope, he is short. It'll be 3rd inches for the Volunteers. But good news for Tennessee fans. It is actually in Wake territory. I'm hoping at least for one upset in this game day slate, to be honest. We've seen one already with Oklahoma State and Nebraska, but, you know, I love chaos. I'd love to see another upset here. Dupree gonna get a first down. Ooh, just barely. Gets a yard, but it is enough to move the sticks. Bert Dupree, 6'1", 207 at fullback, true freshman. Getting the carry. Fullbacks, they don't get used enough, but when they make plays, they usually get at least 4 yards. Most of the time they get at least 4 yards, but unfortunately not all the time. It really depends on how prepared the defense is against the fullback run. I formation on first down. Play fake to Davis. Here goes Kirby, lofting one to the right side. Oh, and what a grab! It's Brett Smith. And just like that, Tennessee strikes first. What a great throw by the freshman. Freshman to freshman prime. Lofter over the top, beating the corner on that route. And Tennessee scores with Brett Smith. Able to get past Marcus Magruder. And just like that, Tennessee is very close to being up 7-0 now with the extra point pending. James Banks to hold, Will Hoyt to kick it. And this is a 7-0 game out of the gates. Oh no. Rocky Top being played already. With just over a minute to go in the first quarter. It's gonna be tough for Wake Forest to get out of. I think if Wake Forest wanted a shot at this, I think they should have taken the early lead, especially with a backup quarterback. Because Corey Randolph is hurt. Out for the season. I guess I'll post that news maybe sometime later. Because unfortunately I have a pretty small window to have to post upsets as well, if any, from the rest of the games. There are a ton of them. I gotta see them through. That kickoff went to the end zone for a touchback. Wake Forest takes over at the 20. They do have a true freshman, Wake Forest does, if they need to use him. Ulysses Theodore. I gotta be honest, I have no idea where he came from, but randomly generated by EA. Tight end goes in motion. That's play action. Taylor looking deep left side. Oh, it's dropped. That was his most reliable target, Jason Anderson, and he drops it. Oh, that's probably not a good sign. Oh no. I swear, Wake Forest, like when they're going against a favorite matchup, they actually do pretty decently in Sim, but unfortunately, this is not looking like a good start. Your second down, play fake to the fullback. Taylor looking to throw again, right side. Ooh, both picked. Joey Weiss was there, ready to make that play. Unfortunately, he could not bring it in. It'll be third down. Come on, Wake Forest. You gotta get at least some burst down. And your receivers cannot be dropping them. You gotta have some hands. 3rd and 10. It looks like a wishbone formation for Wake. Or that looks like a... Yeah, no, that's a wishbone. Oh, Hiddersy throws for Taylor. And traffic gets tipped and caught! Oh, what a miracle! I couldn't tell who that was caught by. Replay's gonna go a little slow, but guess we gotta figure out who in the world caught that football for Wake. Okay, here's better. This was thrown, Hiddersy delivers, bounced around. Oh, it was caught by the running back Chris Barclay. Now Wake Forest is starting to move. First down in the game for the Demon Deacons. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. My goodness, what a play. Idlet goes in motion. Here's the first down. 3 receivers spread out. Taylor to throw again. Ooh, he's in trouble again, and he's sacked. Offensive line not doing him any favors, and that is Kevin Simon with the sack. Oh, bless Zach Taylor's heart. You can't be giving him this kind of punishment. I mean, they're already down 1 quarterback. Tennessee allowing the 9th in total defense and yards allowed this season in the top 10. 2nd and 20. They will snap it before the end of the first quarter. Here's the throw. Oh, tipped and caught again. Luck seems to be on Wake's side in this drive. That one caught by Chris Davis. And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Volunteers, but Wake Forest has got the ball in Tennessee territory. Let's see if Wake Forest can do anything with it. Also, that Demon Deacon picture looks amazing. I hate that they switched to the WF instead of just keeping that Demon Deacon logo on there. What do you guys prefer? You guys prefer the Demon Deacon or the WF? I personally love the WF more. 3rd and 7. Toss to Barclay. Not sure why they would. And they swarmed all over that. And it's holding against Wake anyway. Salsich with the hold penalty. And head coach not too happy about it. It will be 4th down. Joe Salsich, the left guard, committed a hold. And unfortunately, Wake has to punt again. That was such a promising drive, and unfortunately, wasn't meant to be. 69 punts in his career. Nice. Now this is punt number 70. So that last punt he had was the 69th punt. Here it is. Pluntmeyer punts this away. Will this be a touchback? It will be. Did he get hit or something? Maybe he did. 20-yard line is where Tennessee will start the next drive. Up 7-0. Wake's defense. It's got to be on their toes right now, and that's not a good sign because if Wake wants to get a 2nd straight upset against a ranked opponent, they're going to have to not commit those kind of mistakes like they did. Here's Dupree on the run up the middle. He's going to get like 2-3 yards, maybe 2, before being taken down by Bracey. So 2nd and 8 coming up. It does suck that Wake Forest was unable to capitalize on their pretty solid season. They went 5-7, but they were able to beat NC State. Unfortunately, they didn't beat any more ranked opponents after that. 2nd and 8. Dupree gets the handoff again, goes up the middle, breaks a tackle, and he's going to come up just short of the first down. But it's going to be a 3rd and 1 anyway, 3rd and short. Of course, Wake Forest has a 2-0 record right now, 1-0 in ACC play. That win coming against NC State. They actually control the game pretty much from start to finish. That's what you need to do in order to beat some of those ranked teams. Here's the 3rd short. Davis gonna pick it up. There's that aboard for the Vols. First down of the first half for Tennessee, and they just keep on moving. Much to the dismay of every other SEC fan in here. Speaking of SEC, it's Big East versus SEC later tonight as West Virginia takes on Florida in a 20 versus 5 matchup. I was running a bit late because I was making that other thumbnail. Because, yeah, that final game is going to be on Twitch. So this is the last game for at least this week. That will be on YouTube. Of course, you got big new kickoff games being on YouTube. But last game for this week, that will be on there. Here's Kirby to throw on 3rd down. It's picked off! Wake Forest gets the takeaway they needed. It is Magruder who got picked on that touchdown for Brett Smith. This time he jumps up and gets the interception. How about that for redemption? Yep, Wake is 2-0 with a ranked one. Here's the 1st and 10 off the takeaway, as that was Bergs in motion. Uh-oh. Oh, no! And that's a sack. 2nd of the game for Simon. That's going to hurt. Kevin Simon's already got 2 sacks in the first half. Offensive line's got to do a lot better protecting him, because that's a backup quarterback. You don't want to lose any more quarterbacks. You already lost Curry Randolph for the year. He'll be coming back. I mean, of course. Taylor. He's looking left side. Completes it to Davis. Gonna get a feel of those yards. Actually, that was Montgomery. I can't tell the things, man. 87-97 from those pop-outs. Pop-out fonts look very similar. It's a little bit hard to tell, but that was Montgomery who made the catch. They got those yards back. Is that Taylor? Oh, those are his career stats. But this is his first game this season that he has played. Or at least had any stats really on the passing game. Davis will go motion. Here's a 3rd and 9. Come on, Wade. Convert this, man. Here goes. Taylor looking left side. That's completion. 1st down in the red zone. It is Jason Anderson, his first catch of the game. There you go, Wake. Come on, get yourselves back in this game. Squidtard, if you're... I know Squidtard's a Tennessee fan, but if you're watching this, I'm joking around with you. Taylor looking over the middle. Oh, he overthrew it. Went for Davis. 5 of 10 for 79. He's not doing that bad, to be honest. Oh, that's a missed opportunity. So 2nd and 10. He had a guy over the middle. He may have been going to the end zone had he connected with him. I think we've seen too much of that. Red zone scoring being 100%. Wait a minute. I want to take a look at that. Was it just out front? That's a touchdown. If he makes that, if he throws that perfectly, that's a touchdown. And this is a tied game. Here's Staten, the fullback. He's going to get a few yards, and it will bring up 3rd down. Close to the 15-yard line. It will bring up 3rd down as Carlton Neal gets the gets credited with the tackle. So 3rd and potentially 8 or 7. Looks like 3rd and 8. Third downs have not been too crazy. 2 of 3 on 3rd down for Tennessee. 2 of 5 for Wake, so it's not been horrible. Maryland formation. It looks like Roscoe McKee, a true freshman fullback, goes in motion. They planted on here. Just told me they're going to run for it. Nope, it's a play action. Oh, no. Get rid of it! He does! Oh, touchdown! You're kidding me! What in the world? Somehow that was completed to Willie Eichlett. And Wake is an extra point away from tying this up. Uh-oh. Demon Deacon's over here showing some fight, I see. Hold on a minute. Seth Taylor will be the holder. And Ryan Platt... Nope, not Ryan Platt. Matt Wisnowski. Or Wisnowski. I think the second one was right. Was the kicker, and he kicks it through. Tied ball game. Here in the second quarter at 7. Number 7, Tennessee, taking on Wake Forest at Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And this is the tied ball game with 3:20 to go in the second quarter. We saw one near upset already with Florida State almost losing to Georgia Tech. Could we finally see an upset here week 4 with Wake Forest against Tennessee? I'm hoping so. I'd love to see chaos, to be honest. I'm a big fan of teams losing games they shouldn't be. Barry Davis gets the kickoff return. He's going to be taken down right around the 22 or 23 yard line. So Wake Forest cashes in on the Matt Kirby interception. And just like that, it's 7-7. Oh, goodness. 23-yard plan, 1st and 10. 3:17 left to go in the second quarter. Matt Kirby trying to rebound after that interception he threw in the last drive. Formation, he has a handoff to Jabari Davis. That's a big hit. No fumble, though. No fumble, though. But that was a big play for Pierre Easley. Redshirt sophomore linebacker. He's starting at red outside linebacker for this game. 2nd and 11 for the Volunteers. Fullback lined up at the weak side of the line. Looks like a 4-3. Dupree will get the handoff. He's going to get a decent gain. He's going to get like 5 or 6 yards. Puts him in a good situation on 3rd down. How did Zach Taylor make that throw? I do not know. But I'm glad he did. I'm glad he did. Oh, mercy. So here we go. 3rd and 6. That was a 5-yard gain. Here's a handoff to Davis, and he's going to be short. What a stop. Tackle getting credited to John Finkley. John Finkley. And it's going to be 4th down. Dustin Colquitt having the punt again. Wake in a tied ball game could potentially take the lead. Anderson to return with 2 minutes left. Ooh, that is a booming punt. Great kick. Will go out of bounds. 1:56 remains in the first half. Really good kick from Colquitt. So it will be 1st and 10 for Wake Forest. I formation for Wake. Staten at the fullback. Barclay at the running back spot. Montgomery goes in motion. They'll throw out of it. 3-man rush. Taylor looking left. Oh, boy. That was a horrible underthrow, and it almost got picked. Went for Anderson on that play, but that wasn't even close. Come on, Zach. You got to do a lot better than that. Minute 51 to go in the first half. 2nd and 10. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was a bad throw by Zach Taylor. Just underthrew his target. You need to lock that one up like you did with Willie Idlett. Here's 2nd and 10. Taylor looking left. Oh, off the hands. We'll bring up 3rd down. Went for Anderson again. This time Ashley went off the receiver's hands. I mean, the rain's making it tough. I will give him credit. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Rain is kind of screwing everything up. But, you know, best players are going to have to catch the ball in that kind of weather. I'd led in motion on 3rd down. Looks to be a 4-man rush for Tennessee. Rather, a 4-man defensive front. It is a blitz. Oh, and Taylor is going to be sacked again. Was it Simon again? No. I don't think it was. Yep, nope. That was Tavares Lindsay. That was his 3rd sack of the season. He had 2 sacks, I think in one game. And now he's got a sack in this one. Might have been last game against NC State. I think this is like right. Here's a punt now by Plackmeyer. Pretty good punt to the 37. Here goes Davis. Oh, I thought that was going to be a fumble there. But close to midfield. That's pretty good field position for Tennessee. Oh, man. Offensive line, you got to block. There's that Taylor. I keep saying this, but you've already lost Corey Randolph for the season. You cannot afford to lose another quarterback. You don't want to be left with a freshman to play quarterback. That's not good news. Here's Kirby with a minute and a half to go in the half. Here's a throw. Dump off, and that's a flag. Nope. That's holding on the offense. Oh, dear. Fulmer is going to be pissed about that. Stephen Jones. That was the right tackle who got the holding call. It's 1st and 20. I thought they were going to call interference, but surprisingly they did not. I'm very surprised by that. Here's 2nd down. Oh no, 1st and 20, sorry. Kirby fires, completes this to his receiver that time. That was Derek Tinsley with making the catch for 12 yards. 2nd and 8. Clock keeps ticking. Surprisingly not doing anything right now. Brings up 2nd and 8. Yeah, clock's still moving down. They're not doing a thing about it. Kirby looking. Lofting one. That's complete. Was that Davis out of the backfield? Looks like it was. It is. Clock stops for only a moment. And they're going to let this clock keep going. I'm not sure what Tennessee has in mind here. Not sure what the thought process is here right now, but they're definitely playing something. Kirby has time, looking deep, and that's overthrown. 44 seconds remain in the first half. Little interesting development here going on right now. Very strange situation going on right now. 2nd to 10. Fullback to pre going to motion. I think it was lined up on the weak side of the defensive line. Uh-oh, watch out! That's a fumble! Uh-oh, pick it up! Oh, defense recovered! A strip sack! And it was recovered by the Demon Deacons! Oh, goodness. Who was there? Give credit to Bracey. Karen Bracey makes the hit. And the recovery was by Finkley. And Wake's going to take over at Tennessee territory. 39 seconds left. I'm not cheering for Wake Forest, by the way. I'm cheering for chaos. That's the only reason why I want Wake to win. Nothing else. I formation. Here's an option play. Taylor pitches it out to Barclay. He is shut down. I think Wake took a timeout. Simon with the hit on the quarterback. I'm not sure who that was out there with the running back. But just like that, 2nd to 14. 36 seconds remain in the first half. Come on, Wake. You got to find a way through this defense. You can't be running it near them. You're going to have to be throwing it. As much as you don't want to do that, you're going to have to throw it. Staten went in motion. Oh, you got to get out of there. No, it's a sack. Another one for Tennessee. It's Gaither. 3rd and long now for Wake. Offensive line has got to do a better job of blocking. Oh, there's a timeout called. That might have been Wake Forest who called it. Woo, buddy. Third and long, I formation. Come on, please throw the ball. They will throw it. Come on, you gotta protect him. Taylor looking deep. He had a man, but it was well defended, and oh no. They've already lost their starting quarterback. Now Davis is out. Or Davis is hurt. With the back injury, that's going to be a punt. 2 turnovers forced by Wake's defense. That's actually a pretty good sign, but this will be the 5th punt of the half for Blackmeyer. Not the ideal situation that you want to be if you're Wake. That might be a touchback, and it will not be. Oh. They're trying to down it, but they can't. Well, that just runs time off the clock, I guess. So, first down, Tennessee at the 14-yard line after all that. Brings up first attempt. 5 seconds remain. There's 5 seconds left. Tennessee kicked to start the first half, so they're going to get the ball to start the second half. Handoff going to Davis. Oh no. Spin move, there's a flag. Thankfully, that's going to be on Tennessee. Thankfully for Wake's case, that will be on Tennessee. And we've reached halftime. Espert with the holding. Fulmer is pissed. And we have reached halftime. I know it doesn't look like Philip Fulmer, but trust me. It is Bill Fulmer that was coaching around this time. The legendary Philip Fulmer, by the way. Brought Tennessee a national title. We're tied at 7 after the first half. Look at that. Tennessee owns every single battle except the turnover battle. Wake has that. Now we're tied at 7. Let's see what this second half brings us. Wake is going to have to get a leg up on the offense. Yeah, if Wake wants to win, they're going to have to step it up a gear on the offense. Tennessee has got to stop playing sloppy if they want to win. Here's the return by Riggs, and he'll take this. That might be at the 24, or maybe that's the 19. I couldn't quite tell. It was the 24. So that's where Tennessee will start the second half. 2 turnovers already for this offense. Not looking good right now for the Volunteers. Here's a handoff to Dupree, and he will be taken down after a pretty decent game, maybe up to the 35-yard line. Minus 22 rushing yards, basically because of a couple of sacks. So here we go, second down after a 6-yard gain for the fullback. It'll be second and 4. Now Tennessee lining up with a shotgun here. Kirby looking left side, caught, pushed out of bounds. Is Derek Tinsley? It will be third and short though. And somehow Derek Tinsley, just by standing there, is knocking over some of the line crew. He's probably made of very hard steel. Chris Davis is out for the entire quarter. Great. Third and 2. You only have like 3 receivers left that are healthy. Third and 2. Handoff goes to Davis. He is denied! Oh, what a stop for Wake Forest. That's a big time stop. Give credit to Brian Andrews, the redshirt sophomore, making the big play. And Tennessee goes 3 and out on their first drive of the second half. Can you believe that? That is insane. Anderson is back to return. This is not the start Tennessee was hoping for as far as the second half goes. That is a very deep punt. That's going to the end zone. My goodness, go quit. These rocket punts, man. They're insane. Now Wake Forest takes over at the 20 to start their first drive of the second half. Fourth rate for Tennessee. We get first down for the Demon Deacons. Taylor looking right side. Oh no! First play is a pick! Uh-oh. That's Marvin Mitchell, the sophomore middle linebacker, jumping in front, making the interception. That's the first turnover for the Demon Deacons. Oh no. Blake, you got to get a turnover right back. 24-yard line, first down for Tennessee. Oh, what a cataclysmic error by Zach Taylor, especially in the second half. Oh no. Here goes Devary Davis on the run. Ooh, big hit, but no fumble. Good play defensively, though, for Wake. That time the tackle goes to... Let me take a look at my notes here. It's Jerome Nichols. So here we go, second down after a pretty good stop by Wake's defense for only a yard. Wake's going to have to force a turnover back on Tennessee. Option play. Kirby is going to get a first down. Inside the 10. No, he fumbled the ball. Oh, Tennessee got it back. Oh, that could have been... Matt Kirby fumbles the ball now, and it's first and goal, though. Because whoever covered this football, was it? It was Davis coming in from behind to recover that one. Of course, this guy had to be in the way. Of course, Jabari Davis had to be in the way. So now it's first and goal. Kirby to throw. He's looking left side. He's got an open man. It's Jonathan Wade. His 4th touchdown of the season. Tennessee is back in front. Just a good throw. Able to dissect the defense there. Found an open man. Unable to catch up to him was Eric King. And just like that, it's going to be 14-7. Oh, no. Great. 14-7 Tennessee here in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Rocky Top going to be played once more. 4:54 to go in the third quarter. Wake has got to answer right back, otherwise they could be in some trouble. I would have to say Tennessee's defense got a little pissed at how they performed in the first half, so in the second half definitely was a wake-up call. So here we go. Another kickoff for Colquitt. That's at the back of the end zone of Barclay and nails it down in the end zone. Turnover battle still being won by Wake, but unfortunately that turnover turned into a touchdown that Wake ended up having. So first and 10 at the 20-yard line. Wake's got to go 80 yards to tie this thing back up again. Gonna need to find a big play, potentially. And you gotta protect the quarterback, too! And it's a blitz. Not picked up well. Marvin Mitchell with his first sack of the season. Rather, in his first 2 years with the Volunteers. It's gonna be second down at 14. Just the offensive line is really to blame here. Like, I thought it was pretty decent, but yeah, decent's not good enough for an offensive line. You gotta have some great blockers to be able to get a good passing game and run game going. Second and 14. It's like a Maryland formation. Here goes the tailback. It looks like Barclay, but yeah, that's not going anywhere there either. Jerry Weiss with the takedown. It'll be 3rd and 13 perhaps. Oh man. Third and 13. Wake Forest is 3 of 8 on third downs. Tennessee is 2 of 5. This is a 3rd and 13. A very tough one at that. Wake's got to convert here. Oh my goodness, get some protection for him! That's another sack! Tavares Lindsay with his second sack of the game. That's his 4th of the season. 4th in 3 games. I keep telling you this, Wake. You got to protect him. You cannot lose another quarterback. This is unbelievable. It just keeps happening. I don't know why. Jabari Davis gets a nice punt return. Uh-oh. Inside the 30. That is a really good return. And it's falling apart for Wake. Oh, no. I think Zach Taylor's confidence is down the drain. Oh no. That's the same Zach Taylor that is the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals, by the way, that's playing quarterback for Wake Forest right now. Kirby looking on the run, throws across his body, it's overthrown, and it's going to be a hold against the Vols. Holding penalty against the Volunteers, first and 20. Oh no. Oh goodness. Not good for Wake fans. 3:13 to go in the third quarter, first and 20. Handoff goes to Davis on first and 20. He's not going to get too much from that carry. Good play defensively for Wake Forest. That time, Corey Stukes was there. We'll bring up second down. Second and 19 now for Tennessee after the 1-yard gain. Kirby about to throw again. Throws it again, a little off balance. Tried to go for Wade, but that's not the way as well. Yeah, it's going to be third down. Robert Simmons was right there. Brings up third down. So it'll be third and long for Tennessee. They actually might be out of field goal range too. Moral of the game right now is that Zach Taylor has no protection whatsoever. This is contagious. Like, he had no offensive line for Joe Burrow. This is the same thing that's happening right now for Wake Forest. That's a tip ball. That's incomplete. Great play defensively for Pierre Easley. And Tennessee's got a tough decision to make on fourth and long. I am not comfortable with, not comfortable with going forward in that situation. Not on fourth and long. So James Wilhoit will have to attempt a 54-yard attempt, or field goal. Yeah, Michael Munoz is the snapper. With James Banks holding, James Wilhoit to kick it for 54. Oh, it's a fake! Banks looking, overthrows it, incomplete. Okay, so Wake Forest does get a big stop. Now it's up to their offense to drive down the field to try to tie this game up. Come on. At least get some, like, 2 tight end sets so you could better protect your quarterback. I mean, come on. Like, I need to look up how many sacks they've allowed so far. Taylor dropping back again. Nice protection that time. Lofter, that's incomplete. Willie, I thought he caught it, but he dropped it through the contact. I guess he had to come back to the football. So that pass might be actually be on Taylor. It looks like he had a chance to catch it, but yeah, that was not the way. 6 of 16 for 95 and a touchdown and a pick. Second and 10 with 2.5 to go in the third quarter. Little option play. Taylor pitches it out to Staten and he steps out of bounds. Oh, the AI. How to see? The AI making some technical errors. Happens again. 3rd and 13 now for Wake. I formation now. First off, you got to get some good protection on him. 4-man rush. Oh, he's going to step up and run. I'm not sure that was a wise decision. He is taken way short of the marker. That was not a smart decision by Taylor. He had good protection. It's just, why would he try to why would he try to run it? I guess we'll never know. So Blackmire will have to punt this again. This has been punt for Wake for most of this entire game. Call it on the run by Gerald Riggs and take it down from below at the 43 at the legs. That's still pretty good field position for the Volunteers. Here's the thing, man. Wake is not going to go away. Not going to go away quietly. Wake Forest is giving it their own. I like that. High formation for Tennessee now. Handoff goes to Dupree. He's going to try to run up the middle. Take it down pretty quickly. That time by Jerome Nichols. Dupree's been having a solid game so far, but just not enough carries. Second down and 8 after a 2-yard run for the fullback. Second and 8, I formation again. That's Brett Smith in motion. Option look. Kirby. Hurdles over man, pitches it out. It's a first down and more for Tennessee inside the 40. Don't think Wake Forest prepared themselves too much on defending the option. And now this is deep in Wake territory, the 39-yard line. Still not in range for a field goal. I mean, proven evidence of them faking a field goal for 54. But here's first and 10 for the 39-yard line for the Vols. Davis with the carry. He's going to get a nice gain inside the 35 at the 34. Jabari Davis with a solid game. 12 carries for 61 yards. Goes to the 33-yard line, so it's a 6-yard gain, second and 4. Ooh, buddy. Second down and 4. Kirby to throw now. Here's the throw left side. It is incomplete. Holding call against the Vols. It's Davis this time. Moves it back 10 yards. It'll be second and 14 now. Clock stops at 28 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's the second and 14 now for Tennessee. Second and 14. Oh, that's another full start. That's the first one of the game. It's just another penalty. Fulburn cannot be pleased about it. Now it's second and 19 from close third to midfield and to the end zone. To the 48-yard line. Dupree going in motion. Kirby looking to throw in a 4-man rush. Here's the throw right side. Completes it. There's another flag. Oh my goodness. Dupree gets called for holding now. At some point, Villaformer is going to be really pissed off about it. It's 2nd and 29. My goodness. Another penalty on Tennessee makes it 2nd and 29. Kirby to throw left side. Oh my goodness, that was nearly a sack. Went for Victor McLaurin, incomplete pass. This is now a 3rd and 29. A 3rd and 29. Seven seconds left of the 3rd quarter. Kirby moving to his left. Or no, to his right, excuse me. Fires, it's dropped. I thought Shakadas Glismic for Tennessee. That went for McClure again, and it's going to be 4th down. Coco will punt for the 4th time in this game, and this punt will send us to the end of the 3rd quarter and the start of the 4th. With a 14-7 Tennessee lead. That punt's going to the end zone, and just like that, we are in the 4th quarter. End of the 3rd, 14-7 lead for the Tennessee Vols. Wake Forest will get the ball to the 20-yard line. They'll have to drive 80 yards to get to the end zone and tie it up. They got a long way to go, though. Wake Forest looking for a miracle here. Draw play to Chris Barclay. He's going to be taken down immediately. He has just been having nothing going right now as Marvin Mitchell got the stop. And it will be 2nd down. Second and 9 after the 1-yard carry. That's not what you want to do here in this situation. Taylor looking right. Ooh, just out in front of Idlets. It's going to be 3rd and 9. You got to get this 1st down here if you're Wake Forest, if you want to keep your chances of coming back alive. Third and 9 now for Wake Forest. They got to get a 1st down here. Taylor, you got to get rid of it, brother, and it's a fumble. And the defense recovers. You got to get rid of the ball. I'm not sure what he's thinking. Tennessee's got it in the red zone now, the 12-yard line. Zed Taylor, you got to get rid of that football, man. Okay, I'm looking at how many sacks this has been. 7 sacks. Wait, you know what? I've seen worse. I've seen more sacks than that. I've seen some go to double digits. That's all I can say about that. It's 1st down, Tennessee at the 12-yard line. Only hope now is to force a fumble or turnover in general. Kirby looking. That's going to be a touchdown for Tennessee. Pass was completed. That time to Brett Smith. 2nd touchdown of the game for him. Just like that, Tennessee is going to take a 21-7 lead off of that turnover. That's the second time Wake Forest has turned the ball over, and this turnover battle is now tied. Rockets up, sounded again. I think Tennessee, ever since that loss to Texas, I think they took that loss personally. I'm very sure they did. Here is Dustin Colquitt kicking it off. That's going to go way out of the end zone. That's a touchback. Oh, Wake Forest is going to have to score, otherwise this might be over. It might already be over. I don't know quite yet. So here we go, 1st and 10. Taylor, how hit as he throws, it's complete wide, he's throwing it short. Taylor was hit as he delivers. That pass was completed to Jason Anderson. He's going to be second down after the TFL. So 2nd and 11. Why are you in a Maryland formation? Why? Option play. Pitches it out to Barkley. He's way backwards. What is Wake Forest doing? Their run game has not gotten anything, and they're not throwing the ball down the field. Yeah, you know what, Lake? You deserve to lose after that. After that horrible play calling. I don't know what your coach was thinking. But you guys are screwed. Oh my goodness, that is the 8th sack of the game. Carlton Neal gets the sack, and it's 4th down. And they're punting away. Why? Jim Grove, what is going on? Also, Stan Lobotsky, what are you doing? Punt return going to Jabari Davis. Uh-oh. To the 40-yard line. Tennessee takes over with a 14-point lead. They could just about put it away at this point. Oh dear. First and 10 for Tennessee now. Oh, Kirby's going to get sacked now. There you go. Get one for you. Look at that. 58. Negative 58 rushing yards. Are you kidding me? That sack goes to Brian Andrews. I mean, are you kidding me? So 2nd and 16. Kirby dropping back. Looking and one-on-one coverage, but couldn't hang on with Jonathan Wade. Here we go, 3rd down. So 3rd and long now for Tennessee off the incompletion. 4:12 to go in the game. I formation for Tennessee. Here goes Kirby about to throw again. Looking left side. It's complete. A broken tackle. And another first down. I don't think we're going to get it. We had plenty of shockers last season. I mean, we saw an unbelievable overtime game. We saw Maryland beat Virginia in an absolute classic. Same thing with NC State beating Maryland. You also got Boise State losing to Hawaii in the WAC conference game. As Davis gets a handoff, goes down for no gain. Brad White's 4th tackle of the game, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be. So 2nd and 11 now for Tennessee after getting another set of downs. Field goal will give him a 3-score lead to pretty much end the game. Bert Dupree runs outside and he'll get a couple yards, maybe into the red zone. It'll be 3rd down. I don't know what that blink on was. I do not know. I don't know why that was a thing. So now it's 3rd and 8. Kirby about to throw. And he's going to throw it left side. Incomplete. Oh, but of course! Of course! I was waiting for that defensive pass interference flag. I think everybody's been waiting for it all game long. Uh-oh, and Jim Gross about to lose it. Robert Simmons commits a DPI just to add insult to injury. And now 1st and goal for Tennessee. Yep, your only hope now if you're awake is to force a turnover. So 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Pretty much any score for Tennessee at this point is pretty much ball game. Kirby to throw. Looking right side. Has an open man. It's Riggs. Touchdown. That should be the dagger. That should be the knockout punch. Joe Riggs' first receiving touchdown of the game. And Tennessee is going to go up by 3 scores. James will hope to get this point. 28-7 is going to be the score now with 2.5 minutes to go. Extra point does go through, and it's a 21-point game. This one's pretty much over at this point. My goodness, 28-7. Looks like we're going to be hearing Rocky Top pretty much all game long now. Deep kick by Colquay. That's going to go to the back of the end zone. Now Wake Forest is hoping to put some stop points on the board because there's no way they are coming back in this game. If you notice, Sim, there's nobody has ever come back from 3 scores. They've done it in 2 scores, but never 3. Especially with this little of time. Taylor looking deep left side. Almost caught by Jason Anderson. So now 2nd down and 10 off the incompletion. It was looking very promising in the first half, but then Tennessee took control in the second half, and yeah, that's how they're going to be able to win this game. Taylor gotta get rid of it. What is he doing? Gaither with a sack now. That's the 9th sack of the game. I think so, right? Yep, 9 sacks. Oh, jeez. 3rd and long now. Taylor's gonna throw it short, and he didn't even complete it. He wasn't even close. And that should be game. Wow. Oh, goodness. Oh. 2 minutes to go. Tennessee is going to walk away with a win. I guess that's how much a backup quarterback versus a starting quarterback can make on your team. That might unfortunately be the case for Oklahoma State. Especially when you get to conference play. Rory Davis with a stiff arm, and he's going to be brought down in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Rain didn't help him whatsoever. Rain could have made this an even playing field, but unfortunately, the offense sputtered. .152 to go. 1st and 10 for Tennessee. Handoff going to Davis. He's trying to get some yards. He will pick up 3. Nichols with the tackle. Tennessee just trying to run this clock out. Just trying to get out of there as quick as possible with a victory. Just unfortunate for Wake Forest. I thought maybe they could have a shot after that first half, but unfortunately, they were unable to, carry that momentum into the second half. 0 points. 21 unanswered second half points for Tennessee. That is exactly how they're going to get this win. Tennessee kind of pretty much dominated the entire game. And oh boy, there's a first down for Jared Briggs. Another first down for the Volunteers. That's going to pretty much do it. I'm sorry, Wake Forest fans. It looks like you're going to be hearing Rocky Top for a long time. Tavares Lindsay, 5 tackles, 3 for loss, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. Looks like he is the player of the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find any pictures, so I'll probably just do the entire Tennessee defense. Joe Rings picks up a couple of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down. So, coming up later tonight, West Virginia gets Florida, the game of the week. 20 versus 5. Second and 7 for Tennessee now. This will probably be the last play of the game, and there's a big hit. Oh no, not Pierre Easley! He's doing so good this game. Can't let this go from bad to worse. But that is going to do it for the game. There's Bert Dupree going in motion here for the final play of the game. Handoff going to Riggs, and he'll take the carry inside, and that'll do it. Just gonna turn the sound on here. There we go. That'll do it. Tennessee beats Wake Forest 27. Looks like we'll be here in Rocky Top for a long time. As for the player of the game. Oh, take a look at this. 29 total offense. Somehow scored 7 points. 9 sacks. 2 turnovers. Yep, 29 total yards. That is awful. I know Matt Kirby had 4 touchdowns to 1 pick, but he had 133 yards. Defensively, yep, it looks like the entire defense should probably get the nod here. 9 sacks, 2 turnovers, or an interception and a forced fumble, or rather 2 takeaways. Not much else to say here. Only 7 points allowed, I guess? So yeah, it looks like the entire defense is getting player of the game. So that will do it for this game. Of course, catch us later on tonight on Twitch. Don't forget that, on Twitch. For number 20, West Virginia against number 5, Florida. As always, I'm Coach Deborah Price. Until 8/7 Central.